Just Bake channel. Just Bake channel.
The JB.
Just Bake channel. JBC, nigga, that JBC. It is I, the confectionery sugared one, young pastry. To the left, right.
I drink a lot of water. Lil mattress.
A lot of water, drinking mattress, nigga, pick a nose, pastry. We out here now.
Listen, episode 2. Watermelon versus pumpkin podcast. Who's the watermelon? Who's the pumpkin? Who represents each side? You'll never know.
You decide. You decide. Look in the eyes, because not for nothing, niggas think they can own every goddamn thing.
Fabulous said suicide.
Suicide. Oh. He
To
also,
quote the Backstreet Boys,
talk to him.
tell me why. Because that shit was rough.
Suicide. The ladies like that line, though. They like the suicide line. I've been running around with that new Fabulous line in my head, talking caca to him. I don't know why I feel like my daughter looks at me like I'm crazy as hell when I'm riding around saying this shit in the car. But I've been talking caca to him.
Talking
Caca to him.
Speaking of caca, I don't know if that's a transition, but we're going to make it one.
Slide that in there. Poop that out.
H&M be talking that caca. Putting little black kids
In hoodies.
in hoodies, calling them monkeys. Out of control.
Yeah.
Didn't you just ask me if racism was dead?
I did ask this question.
And I said, na 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 na.
You hear that, world? We got a white man confessing. It's
not
true.
over.
It's not over. He know more than anyone else. What the fuck is going? Yeah, I seen that, and that was a newer one you put on to me. This H&M thing, and what was it? The coolest monkey in the jungle?
I believe so.
The coolest monkey in the jungle sweater.
They were mad at what's the Irish fighter fought Floyd Mayweather?
McGregor.
They were mad at Conor McGregor for saying the word boy. Never mind calling a black dude a monkey. Like, what the fuck?
It's first of all, everybody know the coolest damn monkey in the jungle was Harambee, even though he wasn't really a monkey. But you know what I mean.
Listen.
So
What is that people do with that, where they just go nuts on their face and then they end up kissing their finger and point to the sky?
It's a thing that was
What is that
it was
shit?
instilled in them to feel as though there's a cross there. There's a cross.
But people don't even stay with the cross. They be on some.
They feel anointed, man.
Why?
We here now. We here. I think it's at least 6 to 7.
Devil to God, then point it.
Boy, it will cleanse your soul. It will cleanse your soul. But you know what's crazy about the H&M shit, man, is not for nothing. Yeah, it was wrong. It was crazy as hell.
Yeah.
But young brothers, do we have I mean, I understand. Do we got to go H&M stores and like kick shit over and jump on top of things like monkeys? I get it. It was funny, like, especially the dude. I don't know if it was the dude that had that was a Vine. I don't even Vine's around anymore. But the dude that was online with the whole going in there, making monkey noises, asking them where the sweaters were.
Then kicking shit over, yeah.
Kicking shit over. He's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. I get it. And then with the mother, though, she fucked me up.
The mom. But, yeah, it's rough because I think she's afraid of the check stopping. That's it.
Poor righteous teachers have spoken.
Yep.
This is true. She was like, I don't think everybody's, he was trying on hundreds of outfits. Why everybody getting upset about that one? Maybe that's the only one they put out. Did you ever think about that, Mom? They use your baby as a puppet.
Damn, Ma.
A monkey puppet. Your son was used as, and that was I could say that. I'm black, nigga. But that was crazy, and they was flipping shit, breaking things over. I mean, did H&M come forward for a representative? And
I don't know if they apologized or what. I'm sure that they probably took it down by now, but then they probably put out some, statement. But it's just all promotion. Like, it's good promo for that. Not good promo, but there's the whole no such bad thing as bad publicity, or no such thing as bad publicity. When I don't know, this might be some bad publicity.
The baddest shit sells, if you ask me anyways. I mean, what do we love as humans? People, we're just all fucked up, man. we love negativity. We love violence. We love the most worst things in the world. You know, it's
People like Cardi B. Come on.
and
I can't say because I didn't get my ancestry DNA back yet, but I'll use the word brothers.
Broski.
Nah, brothers don't come in my mouth. They come in my ass. What are you bragging about? What is it? What are you bragging about right now?
Brag. I've never done that. They won't do that. I tell them in my ass, not my mouth. What's wrong with you? Have some dignity.
That shit's amazing.
And I think it's the shock factor, man. Let's just say the most outlandish, crazy. They're like, yo, she is wild, and if your daughter's watching that, which I got to check mine because she like to stay on that too, she probably saw this shit too. Like, no, what is she talking about? Come in my mouth. What is that in my butt? Like, no, she means like to come here and sit down. Like, she not. Ugh. Like the whole birds and bees talk. Even like, I don't even know. Do you know what that story is?
I don't know why it's confined to birds and bees, but I could tell you how mine went.
That's a good one.
I got caught. No, it's funny because it isn't a good one, which makes it a good one. I got caught in the shower at my mom's house with a female. And in the shower doing a thing, and then just fucking bah, 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 bah. My mother slamming on the fucking door because she came home early from work, got yelled at, all that stuff. Then the sex talk that I got from my father was, we're driving in a truck on the way to his house, and he just goes, "You need to know anything?" And I was like, I don't think so.
I was just
I'm like 15, and I'm just like, I don't think so. All right. That was it. That was my sex talk. So
good job. All right, so that's it. We're good.
But I mean, and of course, boys are different from girls, so I do not envy that you're gonna have to. Well, hopefully you push it on your fucking ex and just be like, listen, you just tell her. But then
I don't know if that will work. Yeah, listen, I might have to take the rings on this one and just like, listen. Well, it was a funny one with her when she was younger. She was in preschool, and they had like the mixed conjoined bathroom where the boys and girls kind of open door and they monitor them going in and out. So
that's just asking for what is that?
What is a question? And that's what it was. And I remember she said, I think his name was Tyreek. Little Tyreek came out the bathroom. She goes, "Dad, I was in school today, and Tyreek, he came out the bathroom, and she's trying to identify." She goes, and he didn't have his pants up, and he had this thing. And I'm like, and I'm looking at her, the eyes got big as hell. Like, she goes, and it looked like a poop. I said, "Baby, it is poop. And you never touch poop. It's dirty. It's nasty."
And baby, you know that you never put poop in your mouth. And
never, ever put poop in your mouth. Oh, my God.
Because one day, Tyreek is going to try to have you put that poop in his mouth, and you tell Tyreek, "No. My daddy told me I don't put no poop in my mouth."
It's like chocolate. He's lying, baby. He's lying. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. But that was crazy. It was funny. When my the story from my pops, even though we already kind of knew, it was funny. My brother was already slaying things at a younger age than me, but we both knew what was going on. I mean, I was pants rubbing for a long time before penetration. But here's my mother. We're a little older. "Go, give them the talk." She tells him, give them the talk. They need to know what's going on. He's like, "I gotta go talk." So he comes in the room, and you'll let him talk to you. Mother want me to talk to y'all. He has a banana with a condom. He goes, "This is you. This is your protection." Snap, pop, put it on, just like that. All right, here you go. And he throws up a bunch of them. Try it on your own time. Try them on your own time. And that was like, it was so tutorial. Like, he was a military man, so it was like, snap, pop, grab the base. Here, go, ready, go, break. Like,
leave the reservoir tip.
I mean, I was so young at the time where I wasn't even doing nothing. I wasn't even meeting that standard of even filling a condom. Because I remember trying one on. I was like, "Is it supposed to be baggy?" It's not supposed to be baggy. Oh, it means I'm not ready. Right. Cool. I'm not ready to do this. This is some real stuff, man. He was a real dude with that, man. You know what I'm saying?
That shit is funny.
It's all to the gods in the upstairs. So H&M, back to you, motherfuckers. Get it together.
Don't call black people monkeys. Just don't do it.
Because racism is alive in there. And let's keep it real. Anytime somebody takes a shot at squeezing one in there when promoting, I mean, if you ask me, even when somebody's trying so hard to promote something, and they kind of like yo, that's fucking racist to me, bro. I'm sorry. It's like that's a stretch. You are really trying to, I don't know, emulate and embarrass a
no. It's they're trying to appeal to that community. Like when Hillary Clinton took the hot sauce out of her purse. Like, shut the fuck up. You don't keep hot sauce in. Yeah, exactly. When she puts on a Southern accent when she goes to the Southern states, like, stop it.
Yeah, and
like Hillary Clinton keeps hot sauce in her purse. Like, no. We got the reports. These Negroes seem to carry hot sauce in their purse, so
let's appeal to them.
Let's appeal to them. Listen, if you take this hot sauce out of your purse, we got the election in the bag. I'm telling you. Like,
so the moral of that story is, white folk, when you think you're appealing, you're actually being racist.
Yeah. And no matter what race you are, like, it's okay to be that, you know? Like,
it's all right to like fucking pumpernickel bread and enjoy, Lenny Kravitz. He's both. And enjoy Bon Jovi or whatever the fuck. Listen, whatever you want, man.
If you're living on a prayer, live on the fucking prayer.
Do it. I think it's just too much people caught in this whole thing. I don't know, this country, we come up with this box everybody has to belong in. Well, what are you? What are you in? What are you? Like, I need to put you somewhere so I know how to identify you.
So I know how to deal with you.
Right? If I have a particular box I know you belong in,
yep,
I know how to handle you. Like,
there's a new commercial. It's for vitamins. It's like 1-a-day vitamins, and they're using words like swag and all this other shit. Like, get your swag up and get your B vitamins. Like,
it's terrible, man. Listen, me being biracial, man, I've seen it all from both sides of the spectrum. I've seen the whites that I've dealt with that as soon as they find out I am biracial and half white, it's like a wall comes down like, whew, good God. Aren't they a certain way? Like, no, wait a minute now. Let's not start talking about black people like I still don't wear their skin.
I'm still in the game.
Right. You know what I mean? I've seen that whole relief come. It's like, you understand us. Then I'm
going to need you to get your fucking act together, okay? Fine.
So and then I seen the black side. It's like, nah, B, you don't understand black problems. You don't get it. This don't rub
means
off.
Something.
Like, I'm getting followed too. I got
exactly.
pulled over too. It's real. It's real. I don't wear a shirt that says I'm half white. Please treat me different.
Right? Be like the loading screen, like loading 50%. Like, I didn't get it all the way.
No, look, I know for one thing in this country, if you got at least 3%, you black.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods, you black. No, I really like Taiwanese and
Mariah Carey when it's convenient.
She plays the car? She plays it well?
Yeah.
Oh, Mariah.
They got mad at J-Lo for saying the N-word. Like, when has anybody ever... Yeah, because I like to keep it topical and new in the news, talking about something from 10 fucking years ago. But they got mad at J-Lo for saying the N-word in a song when it's like... my understanding, I mean, I'm not a master on the subject, but Puerto Ricans can say it.
They're right there.
Latinas can say it.
I think when you're in the same borough and the same surrounding, it's like, they got you too? Then you can say it. You with us? You can say that. You can say that.
You're in the strug?
Yeah. Oh, what did you think about Mariah Carey's New Year's joint, though? You think she did justice from last year? Or?
I didn't see the new one.
You didn't see it?
No, but I mean...
She did better.
It's one of those, she's not good anymore. And all the things are like, because she used to be so good, people can't, it's Eminem. He used to be so good, so people are like, that album's horrible, but it can't be because he made it.
Right,
but Mariah, she's like, she doesn't even walk anymore on stage. She's just like getting carried from spot to spot.
Oh,
and then,
that's some prima donna shit right there.
Yeah.
Mariah. Is Nick still with her? Probably not.
No.
He found out, like, you ain't what you used to be.
No. But you said that the New Year's was...
It was pretty cool, man. I thought it was decent. I think it was better than last year. She still didn't move around the stage, but, yet again, it was like negative 20 out that bitch. Like, who's going to move around on that? I mean, maybe she should have moved around. She'd been a little warmer. But, I mean, she don't do it for me all the time. I mean, the best thing I ever probably really enjoyed with her was probably her Christmas song.
Yeah.
I mean, I think All I Want for Christmas Is You is probably one of the, like, people love that. It's just the one. It's just, I'm walking around singing it, drinking eggnog, losing my mind. Like, Mariah, turn it up. Can you bring that back again?
M-Rye.
So I guess she uses the card. But, bottom line, going back to H&M, it still exists. And let's have a little bit of understanding towards what the hell you're doing, promotional people. And it's not just H&M. It's all over the damn globe.
Yeah.
Movies do it. Music does it. Commercials do it.
Black Panther. Guess when that's coming out?
It's got to be somewhere in February.
Yep. Yep.
Black History Month. We got one for you guys, right?
Yeah.
You're happy now? We gave you a superhero.
And listen, like, there are people that they do the thing where, like, they search for it, any piece of racism. Let me find it. Let me find it.
Right.
But,
They're those. Yep.
man, you did not have to put out Black Panther in fucking February. Like, it's a short month.
Right.
Go January. Wait till March.
You know what would have been great? January 31st.
Exactly. Like, just fuck.
See what we did there? See what we did? We didn't want to do it. January 31st. It's coming out.
Yep.
Wow, it's in February. You know what I
Yeah.
hope? I hope that becomes one of the biggest fucking selling joints ever. Like, oh my God, why we didn't expect
I hope
this.
so too. It looks good, but
It does
was
look
just,
dope.
I just couldn't. I was like, no, not
Black
February.
I remember, what was the other? I mean, there had to be a black one before. Spawn? Spawn was black.
Spawn was black. Blade.
Blade? Was he a superhero though?
He
was a
doing
comic?
stuff.
Was there a
He
comic?
was
book?
doing
Was there a
stuff.
comic for Blade?
There
I'm
had
not
to
sure.
be.
Yeah, probably. Blade. Michael Jackson's Moonwalker movie.
Yep. And video game.
Video game. It was a damn superhero right there.
Yep.
To me, at least. Don't you talk about Michael? Don't you talk? Michael's my dude, man. Fuck what you saying. It's what you hearing.
I definitely miss Michael Jackson.
With a passion, man. Mike did some things to the game that I ain't seen, ain't nobody ever seen before. I mean, cut off his nose and shit. Named his baby after a piece of clothing that goes on the bed, a piece of cloth, a goddamn blanket.
Blanket. Full-lane blanket.
But I heard
Blanket.
that was his nickname, though.
Oh, and that, the real name is something different?
Something else. Yeah, it's like Jackson. First name Jackson. That'd be some shit he would do.
Right.
Prince or some shit. What the fuck is going on? But, that's all real, man. Listen, I had an exciting day today, man, watching yesterday more so. If y'all paying attention to the NFL, man, oh, man, it's going down right now in the football.
It's going down for
It's
real.
going down. Me being a Philadelphia Eagles fan in Connecticut, we've talked about this. We don't have teams up here. We don't have them.
We got to make our own.
Right. I picked Philadelphia, and that's going way back. No front runner here. I'm too damn old to be a front runner of a new team that's doing well. I've been watching. And, man, there are some great games all weekend. The Patriots doing whatever the hell they always do because I think they just have shit figured out. Bro, they've been good since 2000. They haven't had a bad season since 2000.
That's wild.
That's
17
insane.
years?
17, 18 years of just being good. Like, no wonder why it's easy to be a Patriot fan.
Right?
You know what I mean?
That's like how it used to be a Yankees fan, right?
Right. So, I mean, a kid that's 17 years old and he's a Patriot fan, he's like, well, they've been good since I was a baby. Why not? It makes sense. You know what I mean? But, man, it was a close game. And my boys, fuck on niggas, y'all said we wasn't going to win. 10. We won. We won, cuz.
Did you just shoot a web?
I came from here, cuz. That was a wing of a damn eagle, cuz. Shooting webs.
That's amazing.
But you know what's even crazy, though? Did you see the play today from Minnesota?
Soder,
cuz. Shout out to Stephon Diggs.
shout out to the rookie that's definitely getting fucked.
Suicide watch for that young man. If y'all didn't know, there was like 10 seconds to go. If you didn't watch this game, it was 10 seconds to go in this game. They're down by 1, so they just got to get in field goal range, but they're 60 yards away from the end zone. Mind you, got to get at least 30 to get close for a field goal.
Yep.
You know? So this dude throws up a lofter.
Kenny Lofton.
This dude jumps up and snags it, and the dude goes to tackle him and misses him completely. Like he wasn't even near him. I don't even know if the NFL's fixed anymore, man. Looking at that goddamn play, man, it's like, did you really miss him that much?
And because they said that, well, it was weird. because the final lead changed, or the lead changed 4 times in the last 3 minutes. So
It was one of those like Vegas or somebody, these bookies, whoever the fuck's in control of this stuff. It seems weird. The Jacksonville game earlier, it was weird. It was like lost lead. We're up by 2 touchdowns. Now down by 1. Up by 3. Now we're down by 1. And it's like back and forth, back and forth. Like, is this for ratings? At some point, you know what I mean? It's like, they told you to like lay off the gas pedal. But it's kind of hard to believe that stuff. Like, you make somebody make a miraculous catch. Like, you got to make the shit.
yeah,
you know
you still got to make the catch and get in.
like, you've played the sport. It's not always that. It's not cut and dry. When, like, shit happens, it happens, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's some miraculous
The Super
things.
Bowl was crazy, though. Once again, to speak on new topics, or on current topics, the Super Bowl from last year.
Yeah.
I mean, they were down by 28.
Yeah. Shit
That
like
was-
that, man. It's like, with New England especially, they do it all the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, how does that happen? How do you go up 28 in the Super Bowl and blow it? Like, blow it to the point it's like, without getting a pat on the head afterward. Good job, good job. Terrible, man. And these coaches, man, and they get the blame for it, but it's like, somebody's on the take. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like that.
Didn't some of the refs get bunked for something?
In the Super Bowl?
Not
Or
in
just
the
in
Super Bowl,
general?
Just in general.
They should. There's something going on there. Like, there was one that happened this year where it was a big game too, man. I think it was to go to the playoffs, or I forgot what team it was. And the ball, they brought the sticks out to measure on a 4th down, and it looked like there was fucking this much space between the ball and the fucking stick. This guy pulls a card out of his pocket and folds it and drops it down, comes up and goes, first down. Like, whoa. What the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the card, I've never seen that shit before. The card decided the first down. Like, if you were able to slide the card through, that means there was space and it didn't.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't understand
make
that
it.
one. I didn't understand that one. But the playoffs are great right now, man. I'm an Eagles fan. I'm riding high.
3 weeks to the Super Bowl.
That's it. I'm losing my voice. Next week, we in Philly, and then we're in New England for those 2 games. So it's Philadelphia versus Minnesota, which is ridiculous. And the Patriots versus the Jaguars. Like, niggas is talking about the Jaguars. Like, who? The team in Florida? They're playing good? They beat the motherfucking Steelers today, which everybody was riding high on. Shout out to all them Steeler fans that talk shit every year. But it's going to be a good Super Bowl. And Timberlake is doing the halftime show. I think minus Janet.
No, he needs to bring Janet back out and pull out the other nipple.
We're back for round 2, baby.
They should do that, man. He should bring Janet out and fucking let her take his shirt off or something. Like,
Well, see, who was
play with it.
I wonder who was scheduled for that halftime show. Was it him featuring her or the opposite? Was it her? I think it was her show, and then he just popped out to do something with her, I think.
Did she do an entire halftime show?
I thought so. That's another
Because
thing to
now
go
I'm
back.
thinking if it's like, I remember one year Aerosmith did a halftime show, but they brought out like Britney Spears and NSYNC and maybe Run DMC as
Right.
well. It was just a lot of people were out there.
Oh,
I gotta
man.
think.
Yeah, that was I mean,
I just remember when it happened, I was watching at my dad's house, and apparently I was the only person looking at the TV.
I think I looked away. I was the only one that didn't see it. I was pissed.
Well, I mean, the picture's online if you need
Yeah,
to see it.
yeah.
It's a dusty nipple.
I mean,
but-
at the time, I was pissed.
Yeah. But I was the only person that saw it, and I was like, "Did you guys just see her?" Just
Was
nobody
it
else
me?
saw it. The next day, everyone was like, "You did see it." I'm like, "Yeah."
I did. You see Janice Tata? No, we didn't.
It's like, no, I'm not some pervert sitting here just like,
Right.
you see her titty?
Yeah, do you imagine that, guys? Like, I swear it came out. Yeah, whatever you say, guy. I think Timberlake probably do a good job. I actually like JT, man. He got.
I think he'll
smooth
do all
joints.
right.
Yeah, he got some smooth joints. You know.
Regardless of what he does, people will be on the internet just like, he was lip syncing. He was lip syncing.
Right, I know. It's kind of like he probably can't hear himself back. I don't know if you understand that. People that never performed before, of even hearing yourself back, how detrimental that is to you. A lot of them have earpieces, but if that shit goes and something goes wrong,
Yeah, you're done.
you're done. Now you're off, and you're sounding like Foxy Brown at a show these days. I've heard Foxy got booed off some places because
Yeah.
her not being able to hear, she's out of sync with her rhymes.
Offbeat.
Yeah, so she is like, she didn't know what city she was in. She's like, oh God, Foxy, why?
Milwaukee. We are in Atlanta.
Boo this brown bitch.
Oh, speaking of brown bitch, the other day I was listening to a wrestling podcast because I watch wrestling, and yes, wrestling is fake, and so is every other TV show that's ever been created.
Not The Walking Dead.
And they cut. Yeah,
it's my neighborhood.
Well, that's the funny thing is that people will be like, wrestling's fake, and then when somebody dies on The Walking Dead, like they don't go to work the next day. They'll just be like, I can't do it. What's the name of a character that died?
Oh man, what the fuck?
Just give me one.
Glenn.
You'd be like, Glenn. Glenn.
Not Glenn. Not Glenn. They walking around with the Chinese Glenn.
Hello,
dead.
but yeah, I'm not going to be in work for like the next. You know how much vacation time I got?
I got PTOs. I got them lined up.
I'm gonna go ahead and take them all because Glenn is. I gotta do something for Glenn.
Listen, the big wave of like series shows, it's like a super thing right now, and I've never really been into it, but currently I'm watching a couple. But it's just the wave of series shows is there's almost like if you ever look on Netflix or anything, it's so many of them. It's like,
yeah,
I ain't want to choose anymore. I go by recommendation nowadays. Like, yo, have you seen such and such? Oh, maybe I'll check it out.
Right. But what I was saying is speaking of to tie racism and all this shit together, I was listening to a wrestling podcast and they showed an old promo that Hulk Hogan cut on Tony Atlas, and this was back in 70s or 80s when like. That was big to sell a fight was the racial tension.
Right, right.
And it wasn't the worst thing that he could have said. But he called him a brown clown, and that shit made me laugh so fucking hard. You know what I mean? Where he's just like, Hulk Hogan is talking about something like...
I was like, did somebody write that down?
Yeah, he had to, man. Unless if it was off the top.
I'm going to call him brown clown. You guys cool with that? He's like, Vince, we're good.
You know what I mean? It was like, this crowd came to see the Hulkster, not this brown clown. And I was like, oh my God. That is, well, I don't know if it's racist because his skin is brown, but it's just.
If you'd have said black clown, that would have been the line.
Exactly.
I think he would have shot in the head with, black clown, huh? You trying to be funny?
He called him a brown clown. And I was like,
that's pretty bad. But then seeing what happened to Hogan in the future, up to date Hogan, all the shit he was going through.
He didn't want his daughter with any brown clowns.
So I guess he really wrote that from another place he was coming from. That was a dark place Hogan was coming from. Like, no, I'm going to take this opportunity right now to call him a brown clown. Brown clown. I said it. Yeah, it was cool, right? I didn't say the N-word. What?
That's such a good fucking...
Yeah, it's there, man. Racism there. Even tying in racism with the NFL and all that. And I don't know. The whole even national anthem thing...
Are people still mad about it?
I think they're stopping.
Or are people still kneeling? Are they still?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think they don't even talk about it anymore. I think they don't even pan towards the national anthem at games, so they're totally eliminating that part of it. But we'll find out in the Super Bowl because Super Bowl is a big anthem's big in that. You know what I mean? So they usually always play, but I think going down the season, the network started, I guess, losing ratings or something with certain people. Yep. There's always the people that are really going at them are people with big money that feel a certain kind of way. We're going to pull the plug now, disrespecting my country. And, it's like, and then I look at videos of the president, the POTUS, right, of the United States, and they were showing him with his hand on his heart, and he didn't even know the fucking words.
Yeah, he didn't know the lyrics. That's bad.
You know what I'm saying? But nobody says anything about that. It's like, but you're upset about the image of it with the flag, and that flag means a lot, man. It's more than just... it's the thing is that people just always instantaneously put it straight to the service, man. Well, that's what the flag means is about the service. Yep. I think it's about more than that, man. It's about everything what the fuck we stand for out here, everything we do, everything that's been in the past, everything that's going in the future. So if a motherfucker's like, listen, if I want to talk about my people suffered underneath that flag, you can't ignore that shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
The weird thing that I read is it's apparently relatively recent that the players were even out on the field for the national anthem to be played. I guess it used to be there. Everyone was in the back. That happened, and then people came out.
They all came out. They made it into a thing where that's how you come out and salute your service. When the servicemen, and it's like, it wasn't always that. You just kind of came out and, everybody stood up and you do it. You're at school. Like my daughter was doing the national anthem and I was like, do you know what those words mean? Yeah, it's, our country, tis a thee. It's like, I pledge allegiance to the flag. And it's like, when you break down even those words, it's like, what are we pledging? It's almost like, I don't know, man. There's so much in between the words and you're kind of just trained to say this shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. The way I see it is it's my damn country. If I want to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it.
Well, that's the thing, too, is that's what the flag stands for. And you're rarely going to find a veteran that would say what the players are doing is wrong, because that's what they fought for, is the right to
say what you
sit
want to
down
say.
if you want to sit down, the right to kneel if you want to kneel. It's about that, not,
Right. One of the most senseless wars we ever had was the Vietnam War. And what stopped that war? Like, I talked to some old timers, and one of the ones, my man Cliff Dog, the big red dog.
Fiscal.
You know what I mean? Fiscal, my G. What he was saying was probably one of the biggest things that made sense to me. Well, he was like, you know what stopped that war in Vietnam, man? He said the damn young kids that ran in the streets and protested it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just said, they just protested and it became such a voice that it looked bad on the government and they just, okay, we need to stop. Like what people are dying for what? I don't even know. To fight communism, maybe communism. Somebody said maybe it was over, you heard stupid shit. Synthetic rubber came along and then we stopped because it was over rubber trees. Yeah. Like what?
It might, and it might have been doing something, because unfortunately it's not a great amount of time, but I don't remember the last, I mean, I know that it wasn't too long ago, but, and it's even bad to say because that 6 months is a surprise for cops not to shoot an unarmed black guy, but it's been a little bit right now.
It's been a died out situation. Is it still happening? Perhaps. I don't know. And then you got people, I think, that there's wave riders, people that just, all right, we on it now. We're gonna ride this wave because it's going on. It's a current topic, and how can I make myself relevant in this topic? And all eyes on me. You know what I mean? So it's like
Tupac.
Right.
No, people like to insert themselves into it. It's the Logan Paul thing where all the people are just like, I have something to say about L. Piggity. You're just trying to get clicks off that. So
you just want to get the clicks. You want to get the views. You want to, and I think some of the players, not for nothing, but Colin Kaepernick, all due fairness to him, he probably at home when this shit started happening. He's like, oh, now you niggas won't stand up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude lost his career.
Yep.
Nobody's fucking with him over that. You know what I mean? And now everybody's doing it. And he's kind of like, not for nothing, guys, but if y'all would have ran with me when this happened, I might have not had
We could have all done this together.
Right. I might not have lost my job. You know what I mean? Like, damn, bro. It's like that. But, they're not even really talking about it like that. Some people are taking initiative and running with it. Some of those guys, I think, faded off of what they were trying to, they just wanted to ride the movement. Yep. But guys like my man from the Eagles, Malcolm Jenkins,
Great name.
Yeah, Malcolm
Great
Jenkins.
name. I mean, if he's not standing up for it, then who is? Because, come on.
Malcolm Jenkins. He's actually out there in the community. He has a whole, organization and funds that he puts in that he goes and has a players like coalition that he funds and everybody's involved with that pushes into the community and actually get out there and do things. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
Like, that's the kind of shit. I mean, even shout out to the man, Howie Long's son, Chris Long, that plays for the Eagles.
What's his haircut look like? Is it like that?
It's nah, definitely not like that. You don't got the top box. Nah. It's kind of low, though. It's low. But, this dude, no bullshit, he sacrificed his wallet for the whole year. He took his whole salary for the whole year and donated it to inner city, youth and shit and violence and shit. His whole salary, you know what I mean? Like, this dude's my whole year's worth of salary, I'm donating.
Got that.
You know what I mean? And this is a man with pale complexion.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like, I'm standing up for some shit. You know what I mean? He was the one when Malcolm Jenkins and them were doing the knee. He had his hand on his shoulder in support, and then he was doing shit like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's a big thing, bro.
Yeah.
So,
That's solidarity.
Yeah, let it breathe. Let it be what it be, man. You know?
And I think a lot of people are just, they're not really mad. They just are, they look for something new to get mad at every day. And
Right.
I don't mean that towards the people that are actually kneeling down. I think that they are mad. I mean the people that feel a certain type of way about the people that are kneeling down. Those are the ones that,
like,
you're not really mad about that.
Like, how dare you? You know, like I said before, when like people get upset about, you know, the Panthers, but the Klan's all right. They're cool. You know, it's
exactly.
Like they were lynching people, you know, and killing people, and it was like that was like the blind eye. Like, why wasn't a big government shut down on like, no, you're killing people way after slavery is over. You know what I mean? Like, you're just killing everybody and anybody, and then somehow you're getting away with it. So you kind of got to feel like those kind of mindsets, they exist, but they're just kind of covered in a certain way. Like, you know,
not as overt as it used to be.
Right. So it's kind of gonna be like, well, we can't. It's really, we'll lose a lot financially if we kind of, the world sees we're a certain way. So we kind of got to tweak things, and we got to change wording on, you know, job applications, and, you know, certain things we got to search for. We got to change a little bit because these niggas are getting smart.
But speaking of fake outrage, the Genuine situation is crazy.
Oh, yeah, break that one down again to me.
So the Genuine situation is he's on Celebrity Big Brother.
Okay. It's like overseas show
reality
or something, right?
show overseas. Yep.
Okay,
And I guess they're in a scene in a hot tub, and a trans person. They don't even know.
Transgender.
Yeah,
transvestite.
transgender
I thought you
person.
could still say transvestite, but I guess transgender is different.
Yeah, I guess like tranny, you can't say transvestite. You can't say transgendered. I guess you
Individual?
can't say. So
okay.
There was a transgender individual who, let's go with, was born in his original form a man.
Okay.
So
Still
this
swinging.
transgender who was born in the original form a man tried to kiss Genuine. Genuine R&B singer.
Straight person. He likes women, and
As far as we all know.
Right.
And he shouldered off, not shouldered off, but he denied the kiss.
Right.
I don't want to kiss you.
Dare I say cock block?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Which, for some reason, when it comes to transgenders, apparently it's not okay to turn them down.
Right.
Because
now
then,
you're being transphobia.
Transphobic because you didn't want to kiss a transgender person because he feels like a she, so then magically becomes a she. So it would have been a woman kissing Genuine, so he should have kissed the woman.
The woman image.
Yeah.
But if a guy if he were to like shrug a woman off now, he's like, are you beating her down? Like, you know, like nobody's calling him a phobic. They're probably saying what's wrong with him.
Exactly. So that's why I think a lot of fake outrage comes in that, where it's like, hey, it's a gentleman that, I mean, if to me, if roles were reversed, imagine if a guy tried to kiss a girl and she was like, no.
Right.
Isn't that so that should be perfectly fine, right?
Right. If you say that's
this girl didn't want to kiss a guy, so everything's cool.
Would you a heterosexual phobic or something?
Exactly.
And it's crazy, man, because it's like that's his personal space on the top of all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, this is my personal space. This is not what I'm comfortable with. Don't do it. You know what I mean? Like, if like, oh, all I did was touch his ass. Well, what are you phobic? Now you're phobia because a gay guy touched your ass? Or like, nah, maybe it's because it's my personal space.
Yeah.
And I don't get down like that. You made a pass on me, and I don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's like with the Terry Crews thing when he had that whole big producer guy who basically grabbed
he junked him.
He squeezed it and grabbed him, and he was like, "Oh," he said he thought the guy was joking around. He said, "Because he's like, I'm a cool customer. Like, yo, cut it out, but relax." You know what I mean? He said the guy laughed it off and came back in for the double scoop. You know what I mean?
Raisin Bran.
Raisin his hand.
Raisin Bran. 2 scoops.
But then you see the size of Terry Crews, man. It's like, that's the guy you want to really try to grab him?
But that's that emasculating shit where he was like, okay, I see this big brown clown. And he was like, you know what? I'm going for it because
he knows
I'm
his
try
power.
to
he knows
him.
his stature, where he's at. I could do this. What he gonna do? He want to be around me. I can shut his whole career down in Hollywood.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But he said if it wasn't for his wife, man, he's gonna destroy this dude.
Yeah.
I mean, but did Genuine punch this guy in the face or something, or he just kind of nudged him off?
I think it was. I don't even know if Genuine touched him, her, whatever she was, whatever they would like to be called. I believe it was like a no thanks. Yeah. You know, that type of is in a hot tub type of situation. Like he transgender person went for it, and Genuine was like, no.
Is it not enough that if he just says it's cool what y'all do, and I respect it.
Well, that's because that's how I feel about like anybody who wants to do anything that's not hurting kids and isn't racist and all that stuff.
Right.
If you want the gay community, trans community, any other community,
HD.
furry community, the people,
Right,
the Asian
right.
community, any community. For me, I'm like, there's a big difference between acceptance and celebration. Like
Right.
I accept everyone. That doesn't mean if there's a gay parade, I'm gonna be out there. Somebody's riding a dick float, and I'm just like, yeah, guys. Once again, I love that you have the right to go and do that.
Right, that's your thing. Go do it.
But I don't have to celebrate with you. Of like when I completely accept, hell yeah, man, gay marriage, when I get married, all that shit. But I don't have to be on the dick float.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't have to be on the dick float with you.
Right. I don't have to be out there going crazy. And every white guy doesn't have to be at a black pride parade. Like, yeah,
Exactly.
I gotta wear cornrows today, right? Do rag,
Right.
and I'm out here with you. No, it's okay. You can show support in another way. You don't have to be out there screaming. You know what I mean? There's no heterosexual parade. I don't think. Maybe Mardi Gras, but I don't think even that's like titled that.
Yeah,
you know what I
that
mean?
seems to be just everyone going for it.
Yeah, like I said, my whole image too on it all is just like, you know how you get rid of the whole, oh my God, it's gays, and when somebody says, yo, you hear so-and-so's gay, I'm like, who cares?
Yeah.
You know, when I said that to somebody, they're like, well, that's kind of insensitive. It's not, don't take me the wrong way. Listen, it's like, when you say who cares, it's no longer a big deal, is what I'm getting at. Like, nobody cares you're gay. Go suck a dick. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
who cares? All right.
That's what I said. There's that acceptance versus fucking, hell yeah. You want help? You want me to hold it? You suck it or what? How'd you want to do this? It's like, cool, you're gay. There's no
Right.
problem to it. But
I think they're still holding on to the reaction or how it was like in the 80s and shit, or way back when, where it was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
he's gay. We got to kill him. You know, it's like nobody cares anymore, man.
No.
Like, it's in high school now. It's in fucking middle school. You know what I mean? Like, kids are just like, I'm gay, and in middle school, which that was never a thing when I went to school, but it is, and who cares? There was always that kid you might have thought was gay.
I was
Like,
gonna say, there might be people in the closet, things like that.
right, he's like, I think he might be gay. Like, we're playing basketball. He's just gonna hang with the girls. He's not knocking him up. He's playing jump rope. His back is arched harder than all of them. You know, he had those things. And I remember I used to say that. I said that to somebody one time, and I worded it wrong. My apologies for the wording, but I had to explain what I meant when they say, people when they say they're born that way. And I said, yeah, true. I said almost like a birth defect. And they gave me this fucking look. And I'm like, no, listen, let me explain. Yeah. When I say birth defect, I didn't mean defect, wrong word, whatever.
Yeah.
When I say we are all built a certain way, chromosomes, there's, estrogen and there's, testosterone. And we are built with that. We have certain DNA strands that make us a certain way as men and as women. So now if you were born with more of something else of a woman, estrogen wise, and you're very and it makes you very feminine, like, you know what I mean? That's all I was saying. It's like it's a defect in the way the natural body we are naturally born. As men and women,
it could be considered abnormal.
Abnormal,
rather than
right? What's considered the norm is okay. We are born men, rah. This is normal how things are.
we pull dicks out.
Right. People's like, but then people go like, well, why is that normal? Why is that?
Yeah,
because since the day of time, this is how people are created.
Dude, there's people now that are all gung ho about. All right, your child has a penis. Don't say him. You don't know what your child wants to be referred to as yet. Like, there's crazy people out there.
It's almost
man.
insane. It's like, it's the way we're born. It's the way it is. Like, how do you think you got here? You got here from your dad sticking his penis in your mom. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that is
Dude, there's
the
people
circle of
fucking
life.
up kids where, like, there's kids like 5-6 years old. I feel like a woman, and then their parents will go and get them started on that journey, which is insane.
They let them. Wow.
Try to transition at like 5 and 6 years
I
old.
feel like
and
a
shit.
girl.
It's
You do? All
wild.
right. Well, let's get him some Barbie. Let's get this G.I. Joe shit.
Yeah, it's like, all right, cool. Yeah, you want to wear a dress, wear a dress. Get a little bit older before you decide if you want to
Man.
cut your fucking dick off. You
Listen,
know what I mean? Because Bruce Jenner wanted to do all, and as far as, I haven't looked underneath the skirt, but as far as I know, he's still got a dick.
Listen, by all means, people, don't take this wrong thinking we are attacking anybody in the gay community or transgender community. You do what you do. The point of it all is when somebody doesn't want to coexist or not coexist, somebody doesn't want to run with you.
Somebody doesn't want to that advance of like it's okay to block a sexual advance.
Right.
That's the biggest thing right now is that it's okay to block a sexual advance, and then Genuine's getting thrown under the bus because he blocked a sexual advance.
Right. Because of who it was, right? Not if it was a woman, he'd be all about it. Perhaps because he likes women. He's into women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if a gay guy.
Which is okay. And that's the thing that people forget, too. It's okay to be a man and just want vagina and nothing else. Like it's still okay.
Right. So let me ask this question. So if it was a gay guy on the show and a female came in for the kiss and he swerved her, would anybody say, look, he's phobia. It's a phobic he has against straight people. You know what I mean?
And what if one of them was vegan? They wouldn't even know what to talk about. They wouldn't know.
Like, nobody's going to ever attack the gay guy who shuts down would shut down in advance. Like, no, you're straight. Get away from me. The roles reverse. You know what I mean? Like, even like you said with the vegan thing, like what if meat eaters attack vegans in the way like vegans attack meat eaters?
Right?
Stop, don't eat that. That's mine for my animals to eat, you nasty
Exactly. You're eating my animal's food right now.
I'd appreciate it.
Speaking of eating weird shit, you got any Tide Pods? Any Tide Pods?
Tide Pod. Listen, I like Thai food, not Tide Pods. Yeah, this is the thing going on right now, people. Is it just a reach for just that kind of celebrity online?
I don't know if they're going for celebrity because there's always challenges.
There's always challenges. So nobody's really trying to be famous. They're just trying to do something new online. Who starts them is what I don't understand.
What girl was just like, yeah, we're just going to all dye our hair gray? I don't get it. Who was just like, guys, we're going to eat a Tide Pod.
Right. It has to start with a small community of friends that do it amongst each other, and then it kind of just spirals.
Influential
right, then
people.
it just spirals into the world of the web. Like, yeah, guess what they're doing, man? We're all eating Tide Pods.
Did you need one? You good? You want a Tide Pod?
I got the Mountain
How
Fresh.
about you fucking do something?
He's working his way.
Before I pop the top and drink this fucking thing.
Yeah. How about drink a lava lamp challenge? Yeah. That's a good one. Let's start that shit.
To the head.
Listen, we're going to do the drink the lava lamp challenge.
Jesus
and we
Christ.
challenge you all to try to kill yourself like these young folks are doing, because it's mostly the young folks that are doing it.
Yeah.
They put, I guess are they biting into it?
That's what it seems. Is like for the pop of like they put it in their mouth and then bite it hard and then it pops in there and
go buy a damn pack of Gushers and cut.
But you know who you won't find doing that is Cardi B because they don't pop in the mouth. She lets people come in her butt.
She'd probably put a Tide capsule in the butt,
let it pop,
and then squeeze the cheeks, let it pop, and give the flashback of those.
No, man, but I'm telling you, I think it's natural selection. It's people are fucking dumb, and if you're that fucking dumb and you eat laundry detergent and you die, that's how that's supposed to go. And then the stronger will rise up because then they'll know.
See what happened to him?
Exactly.
See what happened to him? What have we learned from this? What have we learned? I mean, I would hope then, I guess, they're not digesting this shit, but kind of hitting your palate and your tongue, it's
getting in somewhere.
Still consumed at some way or fashion. You're still consuming. You know what I like to consume? Whenever you think about eating Tide Pad, just go for that good old peanut butter.
Exactly.
Because that's what I like to consume.
Take it to the head.
Sorry, this has nothing to do with the script. I just want a fucking peanut butter right now, nigga. Go ahead. You can keep talking.
No, I'm telling you, though, the world could be better for stuff like this because the stupid people that would eat a Tide Pod, they pass away. And then the next generation will know not to eat Tide Pods, hopefully. And maybe, the general intelligence might raise, which would be nice.
Well, then again, we haven't learned shit about other shit. It's like, so we just can't do that?
I know.
Talking shit about countries pressing buttons and nukes and shit. Yeah, we just can't do
Pushing
that.
buttons, think I'm fronting.
You know what I mean? So stop the fucking challenges to eating Tide Pods. When somebody fucking dies.
It's crazy because you remember you would.
Is peanut butter good?
I thought when everybody came out with the flat Earth thing, I just thought everyone was joking. When I saw the Tide Pod thing, I thought everyone was like, I would mess around and maybe they made their own fruit juice and froze it and bit it or something.
Right.
But no, it's real.
Tide Pods, and then people just do any goddamn thing, man. Just put Tide in our mouth and drop the bomb in there and squirt it. Let's get it together. Speaking of bombs,
People are stupid as fuck.
Yeah. Speaking of dumb people and bombs, explain to me what happened about this missile crisis.
Oh my god, the text message that went bad.
Need some water.
That shit was amazing. So I guess all the people that live in Hawaii got, as you know, we're in Connecticut and we'll get emergency text messages if there's going to be snow.
Yep.
You know, a blizzard. Not if there's just going to be snow. If there's going
Those
to be a
and
blizzard.
Amber alerts.
Yep.
Coincide.
If somebody's missing, silver alerts, stuff like that. If people are missing, so I guess Hawaii got the text message, the general text message that said, "Imminent danger, ballistic missiles incoming. Find shelter
Immediately."
Immediately find shelter. So you just think, okay, we're getting bombed. So who knows what happened if people were just like, fuck it, I'm doing this entire line of coke. Fuck it, I'm shooting it all. Fuck it, I don't. You know, I'm going to tell her that I love her. I'm going to tell her that I love her. Like, who knows what happened?
I was cheating on you for the last 3 years. We're
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I love you, but I just want you to know that.
We still going to die together, though. But and I'm not
But
sure how long it took, but then I guess another text went out like, "Oop, my bad."
Like,
Like,
oops,
the girl you didn't meet.
berries.
Exactly. That's what happened. Is the next text came out and it just read, "Oops, all berries," and it was a coupon that you could print out.
Coupon for Camp Crunch.
You know.
All berries. But they apologized. They this was the government that sent this out, correct? It was their fuck up. There was nobody hacking or nothing crazy like that.
As far as we know, yeah, it seems to be just
What about-
whoever runs the emergency response
Yeah.
system.
No, you mean the guy who used to run it?
Yeah, right.
Pretty sure he's on Indeed right now, fucking looking for a job.
Yeah, he's on probation.
Like, let's see your resume. Oh, so you're the guy who used to work for the USA.
You're the guy that sends text messages. Cool, good for you.
USA government. So can we call your last job? Like, no, nigga, please don't call them. Do not. You know, they ask you that. Can we contact your last employer? No, don't. Actually, no. Give them the wrong number and shit.
But then the foil hat, you know, the tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist makes you think like, man, I hope it just was a mistake. You know what I mean?
Right.
I hope that it wasn't like, yeah, so prepare that one for next week. Oh, you sent it now? You sent it now.
You fucked
all right,
up.
well,
You're fired first of all.
Yeah.
And everybody else, we got to regroup and do this again.
exactly. We're gonna send that bomb next year then. Fuck that.
We got to rethink this, and because we got to blame the Koreans somehow. You know,
Right.
we'll drop the bomb on ourselves, plan it, blame them, go to war, get some money. You know, because when war happens, we get a lot of money going on, man.
Yeah.
Now, I guess Hawaii would be a big target. I mean, it's U.S. territory, and it's just floating out there. You know what I mean? It's one of those targets that I guess if they get close enough, I don't know. But I heard they got some good shit in the military, man, as far as knocking some things out. Knowing it's coming. Like, I guess when they hit the button, they know when it's hit. Like,
I hope so.
I hope they tell the truth.
I hope so.
I hope that's not the pitch they actually tell motherfuckers. Like, no, we'll know. Don't worry about it. Go to sleep at night. Like, you know.
We got the good stuff. We're all good.
We're gonna knock it right out the sky. Because I'd even ask some military personnel, and they'd be like, "Yeah, nah, we know." And it's just like, are you telling me they know because you know that for sure? Is that what they told you too? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I think it's more or less that's what they told you too, to make sure that you come home and tell us the same shit.
Yeah.
You know?
I hope Trump doesn't want to be remembered that bad where he's like, no, we're gonna have to start one.
Right.
Like I hope that he'll just do
that's his claim
3
to
years
fame
and
of
be
like,
out.
you know, Twitter and World War III. You know, it's like
Right?
like
Whatever he said on Twitter, confefe, the shit that nobody knew what he was talking about. He misspelled something.
Oh,
It'll
yeah.
be that and fucking World War III.
World War III.
That's what he meant. That's what it stood for. Confefe was World War III.
I mean, are people invested in Twitter's like stocks? Are they up, rising because POTUS is involved? You know, like your president of the United States is involved. Like stocks for Twitter. You thought they were dead? Not as long as my president's using it. We ain't gonna never die. You know,
He's not my president. That was some shit.
Ownership
man.
is denied.
Yeah.
The people that were crying when he won. It's like, God, listen, this is not the worst shit that ever happened to this country. You know what I mean? It's like it's not great. It's in my opinion, but it could be worse. It has been worse. Let's not kid ourselves. I heard that because we blame the millennials, but somebody gave me the bracket of millennials that say technically we fit into the bracket of millennials.
I don't even. I reject that.
Reject that.
I reject that.
That's not my status.
What year did they exactly?
It was like mid to early '80s on up. We fit. Supposedly, I think it was like '83 and up.
That's me. Is 83, but I'm not. No,
I don't want to be it.
I don't know where to buy a yellow hat, so
Right.
I'm not with it. Nope.
But they say we're supposed to be part of that. The video games, movies, and all the shit we did in the '80s and '90s. Crack. Millennials. We're
Crack.
Yeah,
Weed with seeds in it.
weed with seeds.
Back
Woo.
when weed was illegal.
Weed was $5. You know what I mean? Nickel bags. I need to have a picket sign up talking about bring nickels back in the hood. That's what they were saying.
Yo, you know how old I am? Well, I'll tell you, I'm 34. But now at 34, I would never walk up to somebody's house, knock on the door that I didn't know, and just be like, yeah, see if you got any weed. Like, because we did that back in the day. Like, we would go to this person's house with somebody that we knew.
Offer reference.
And then, like, with no, hey, man, can I come back sometime by myself and get, no, just with like, hey, man, remember, like 2 weeks ago we were here with Bruce, and we were seeing if we can get some from you now. Like, what the fuck?
Listen.
I wouldn't do that shit. Like, that's the thing I think about, too, with, like, alcohol. We were 15 driving to Bridgeport at 2:30 in the morning, going in,
Right.
and maybe or maybe not walking out with some alcohol. Allegedly.
Supposedly.
I'm like, I wouldn't do that now.
Motherfuckers did it, man. I mean, I remember going to a spot where there was a fucking camera that watched, and you had to knock twice for Christ in a dub.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He see your face, and it's like, like, is this safe that you got to watch me through a camera? Like, I didn't even see somebody. He's sliding through like, I'm buying weed, right? Weed, right?
Yeah.
This is like crack house treatment. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not here for crack.
Like, there's a camera on me, then there's probably a gun on me somewhere too.
Fuck! Right, there's a gun and 3 big ass niggas behind that door ready to do business. Like, I swear to God, if this nigga flinch wrong, I'm breaking his neck. We got launch! Had to point that out. Sorry. It was bound to happen. But yeah, we definitely went up to, in $5 bags. I remember that whole, 5.5, and the asking your dealer for the deal. That never would happen. 5 for 20? Yo, could a nigga get 5 for 20? The 5 for 20 game was real. Woo.
That's funny.
And the anger that was in the eyes when he said he couldn't do it. Yo, I come to you all the time, G. Come on, man. That's fucked up. I ain't fuck with you no more. I'm gonna go to my other man knowing damn well you're gonna be back because his shit is better.
Yep. I remember every now and then you would find somebody with some stupid, like, I remember we found this dude with some like neon white, all crystals. I don't know what it was weed. There was actually a plant under there, but it was like purple and silver and like so bright. And it was one of those like, no, I only just sell 20s. That's it. Because they were like, no, we're not selling no ace of this shit. It was just that stuff that was so good 20s. That they're like, nope, just 20s.
Just only 20s, man. You get dubs and keep it moving.
Yep.
And like, I don't know, the weed game changed. Like, you go down the line of talk to somebody older. Like my mother and them, who she's still currently involved in the game. She's like, we used to pay $20 for 4 fingers. You be like, what the fuck is that? This much.
Be like, Mom, what whorehouse were you going to? Because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
$20, 4 fingers. They call them lids, 4-finger lids. This much for $20. And I'm just sitting there. That's an ounce.
Yeah.
You guys were getting an ounce for $20. Shit was real back then, man.
Damn, Mom, you didn't save none? You smoked it all back then?
You ain't putting no money in the savings account from me. You could at least save me a dub.
We got another launch.
We got a pair of testes on the top of the balls.
Let it drop.
Man, this is all beautiful. This is like when you do smoke weed, you stare at shit like this.
Right?
But the weed game is strong, man. Nowadays, I like how they got it to a science of even, you can go to the dispensaries now and it's like these guys are weedologists. I don't even know if they have a name.
I'm with it.
You know what I mean?
Weedology?
Weedology. These guys are like, you know, because when you buy the shit off your man up the street, you don't know what the hell you getting. You know what I mean? He gonna give you a name. Nah, this is that. You know what I mean? It's that bloody ice right here, cuz. You know what I mean? It's that piff. You know what I mean? It's that Blue Heights. Like, what? You just made that shit up. But you go to a dispensary. It's like, no, what's your ailments? You know, what do you need? Is your back hurt? All right, I got this is for pain.
We'll give you the right stuff.
Right, can't sleep. Well, this is for sleep. This strand, and they break the shit down where you're like, this is so educational.
Yeah,
like, you know, I never got any education out of the nigga that sold me weed besides, yo, watch out, there's cops up the block. Be careful when you pull out. The niggas is out there. Like, all right, cool. You educated me. Thanks. You know what I mean?
that is true.
You know, it's like, well, it's got into a science. Now you even got to smoke the shit, right?
No.
You get drops and shit.
Sprays and bombs and fucking salves.
Wait a minute. Explain the bombs to me. Like, shit that's topical?
Yeah.
This goes on the skin and you high.
Yeah.
That's some other shit to me. Holy shit.
I know.
Just rub that on.
I'll put that shit in a fucking Tide Pod and just go for it.
Take that, huh? Now you high and dead. Tide and I thought you said Tide. It wasn't Tide stick? Nah,
Tide stick? No, it was a Tide stick. You ate the whole fucking thing.
Now you dead, nigga. Now you dead. You know, but the weed game is real. You know, I'm about to invest some money in this shit. I don't know if you can put stocks and bonds in some of these dispensaries.
Man, probably, and now would be the time to do it, man, because I
Yeah.
think that they're going to be...
It's going to be a thing, man.
Yeah.
It's going to totally be where, like, you're buying cigarettes in a damn store. You show ID. You get the shit, and then it's the same thing like drinking alcohol. You just can't do it in public.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you could drink. Like, how much you had to drink tonight? How much you had to smoke tonight? The sobriety game is going to be a whole lot different.
That is going to be weird.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to count to 10 and then count back and then tell me your mother's maiden name. What?
Yeah.
Because you might be so high you forget some shit. I don't know.
That's true. It's going to be weird. It's definitely going to be a weird setup for how can you tell if some people just look like that shit.
Right.
Some people just fucking...
Listen, I got an aunt that I thought was high all the time. She never smoked a day in her life.
That's amazing.
Yo, is auntie high? You know, she
Nah.
just looked that way. Oh, she got hepatitis?
That's word? Okay, cool.
That's what it is. The aunt I kiss on the cheek. She got the hep C. Eyes is bloodshot. Cool. Looking like Mike Blackson and shit.
That shit is amazing. But hey, so to wrap up, don't be a racist piece of shit.
Nah.
Don't
do
eat
that.
fucking Tide
Don't eat
Pods.
Tide Pods.
If you want to kneel during the national anthem, go for it.
Go
It's
for
okay.
it.
It's your right.
If you want to take a cum shot in the butt, it's your choice.
Exactly.
Not the face.
Yo, look, and we got lift off from the entire sack.
That shit like the Arctic, cuz. Arctic!
Yo, the Red Arctic. That was the weed they used to sell. Red Arctic.
So this is that show, man. Watermelon over here, wedges, truth versus
Pumpkin over here. Pies. Slices.
We're gonna have a showdown with that shit. We're gonna have a taste test one day. Yeah, well, that's gonna happen. Pumpkin and watermelon.
Carving
See,
contest.
The only thing that's different is some niggas gotta wait for the season to start.
Listen.
I think I did too.
yeah. But hey, if you're watching, if you made it this long, it's over an hour. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Lil Mattress
And Mrs.
signing off. You see it. It's going to be somewhere. Wait, let me see. Yeah, it's somewhere around there. The name will be.
Yep. Pastry with a Y-U-N-G. Youngness.